Welcome to AI Hands and Minds. This is workshop number 14. If you're coming for the first time, this is a continuation of 14 different workshops where we build a complete AI-powered auto insurance agent app from scratch using AWS Cloud, Bedrock, AgentCore, Strands, Gateway, MCP, and RAG. Each workshop builds directly on top of the previous one, so I highly recommend watching the previous workshop first. The links are given in the description below. If you're already caught up, thank you for doing it. Let us dive into the workshop number 14. So in this workshop, basically what we are going to be doing is we are going to create this Bedrock agent called RAG knowledge base, which will essentially read and create this OpenSearch vector database. This is essentially a very powerful concept, new concept in the AI world. This will create a vector index in such a way that the data can be easily read faster, quicker. So this RAG will make sure to read the S3 and it will create the OpenSearch vector DB. So that is what we're going to be doing in this. Let us go and do the hands-on demo. Okay, let us go to the Bedrock screen, click the knowledge bases. And here we're going to create one new. The old one, what I have is the old one. We're going to create new, click the knowledge base with vector store. And in the knowledge base name, give a name. Our prefix would be W14. That's our new name. And make sure to put the description, optional. If you scroll down, we are going to choose the default, whatever the role there. And the source type, we are going to do the S3 because we just uploaded the S3 data in the last workshop. We're going to use that and click next. We got some description error, so just clean it up. Just clean up the description. Click next. So here, give some name for your data source. In our case, we just named it like that. And click that because we're going to point to the S3 bucket what we created in the previous lab. So we are just tying the wire, right? This is getting linked to the S3. And make sure to choose the options what we are showing in the screen. Click next. And we need to choose the embedding model because that is used to build the vector data store. And we are going to choose the default here. And the next field is very important, right? Here we will use OpenSearch. There's also option to use S3, which will be less costlier, but OpenSearch is going to be very costly. You have to be very careful. As soon as you test it, delete it. Otherwise, every day you're going to incur a lot of cost. Okay, so we click next, and then we're going to click create knowledge base. Okay, so the knowledge base is created. So the knowledge base is created, the first one, W14. If you open that, we have the data source. Select that and click the sync button. Okay, when you do the sync button, this is very important step because it goes and reads the S3 data and then it will build the vector database, vector data store, and it will store in the OpenSearch. Apparently the OpenSearch is what is getting read by this RAG in order to get a faster results. As I said, you have to be very careful with OpenSearch cost. As soon as you test it, delete it, otherwise it will increase your cost. In the next screen, we're going to choose the option what I'm showing here. We are going to be testing here, type in your question, and then click run. So we are ready to do the unit testing here, and we got the answers. If you cross-check this value, this comes from one of the 6 S3 bucket values we have. Ultimately, that S3 bucket is copied or compressed. So to summarize what we did in this lab, we created this knowledge base RAG in Bedrock, and then We took the data from S3, we created the OpenSearch vector database. This gets updated whenever we do the operation called sync. So this is what it is. One thing I want to make sure, when you do OpenSearch, be mindful of the cost, because as I said, this is the most costliest of all what I have seen so far. In 5 days for the data, what you've seen, what we have seen in this lab, in 5 days, I got accumulated what, almost like a $25 for 5 days. So as soon as you test, delete it. If you're concerned about cost, don't feel bad after 1 week, after 10 days, if you realize that your cost is too high. So that is all for this lab, folks. Let us jump on to the next lab. Until then, thank you guys. Bye.